Hey guys, it's me Sabroko with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy XIV boosting services, and we're really going to touch into like what are my thoughts on it, what is my opinion. So this is really more an opinion based video than anything else, and also if you want to get boosted, you're also going to learn how to. So there are two types of boosting on Final Fantasy XIV. There is a job boosting service and there is a storyline boosting service. Now, the job boosting service allows you to get your characters 10 level behind the current expansion, so max level. Right now it is a max level of 80, so you can get boosted up to level 70. Now the cost of it is $25. My thoughts on doing a job level, boosting is that it's not beneficial for you as a player on a technical level, because every time you get a level onto your job or your class, you learn a new spell that you add to your rotation. So if you're somebody that is struggling with rotations in general, I cannot recommend going into a job boosting up to level 70, because you need to have a proper rotation, and most of the time adding those spells one at a time to your rotation is what helps the most. So learning how to play your character, leveling alongside your character, and being able to know how it actually works, rather than getting a full toolkit at level 70 and having no idea on how to actually play it, and then going to listen to some videos on the rotations and like taking 1 or 2 days trying to like really pin it down. But at the same time, it really depends on your playstyle. If you don't care about your rotation and you just want to press like button keys, and really you just want to be doing end game content, like you just want to try bard but you don't want to go through it, I can understand it. It's always up to the players. The second way to do a boosting on Final Fantasy XIV would be by doing an MSQ boosting, meaning you would skip the whole story of either a Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, or Stormblood, or all of the above. I believe that is $25 per expansion in US dollars. Now, my thoughts on these is that you need to remember, and that is also an argument for the job boosting. You need to remember that Final Fantasy XIV is an RPG before being an MMO, meaning that the story is more impactful than the actual game in a way. So they really worked a lot on making the story meaningful, and even if you're trying to rush your way back to Shadowbringer, or now close to be Endwalker, they're always gonna, hint back a little bit to a Realm Reborn or Heaven's Word or Stormblood, and sometimes you're not gonna understand what they're talking about, or like why you're fighting this specific boss, or what it is. And I do know that Final Fantasy XIV is heavy in the bag in terms of story, in terms of questing, because it has been up for 8 years now, and it there are a lot of content out there to do. But if you take the time to enjoy the questing and enjoy those cinematics and that story, and to read actually the story and to get involved in it and understand what's going on around you, I swear to you, not boosting your character and going through all of the story, you will enjoy the end game more than just by boosting it. That's my opinion. Now, I won't lie, when I first started Final Fantasy XIV, I almost didn't make it through Stormblood, because I was like, this is too boring. This is too boring for me. I cannot do it. And I came back from a background of World of Warcraft, where it was very based on the performance, like how much can you grind in a week, and I was not used on this mindset where it was like, how much fun can you have in a week? So I was seeing Final Fantasy XIV as an end goal. I was like, okay, I need to go to the end game to be able to grind, to be able to be the very best, as was my mentality of World of Warcraft. Now, looking back at how I first started the game, I do realize that the story around Final Fantasy XIV and the story around the jobs are so intricate and are so interesting that they're really worth, you know, going around. Now, if you want to do your boosting, go ahead, do it. Pay the bills. You know, I don't pay a subscription. The option is there for you to take it, for you to pay for it. I'm just saying it's not necessarily the best idea, or it's not necessarily, you know, what's gonna help you in the long run. But there's always a way for you to make an alternate. You skip, you know, or you skip everything on your main character, and if you want to revisit the story, you can level an alternate on the side and do that. I know some people do that. There's always options. It's really up to you and your gameplay. Well, let me know in the comments if you ever have boosted, or are you thinking about boosting your Final Fantasy XIV character, and what are your thoughts on it? Do you feel like you're betraying your character by like making him skip all of the story and all of the content to go directly into, you know, Shadowbringer, anything like that? Let me know. Anyways, you can always find me at twitch.tv/Sirocco. Otherwise than this, I'm gonna wish you guys an amazing and creamy day. Bye.